First one in the list is Diplom. He's a real estate broker, owner. He's going to talk about localism and what exactly it is.
Yeah, Diplom. I don't have any fancy slides or anything, and this is just kind of, you know, thought-provoking, questioning kind of stuff. And I dressed up specifically for everyone. I'm just kidding. All right, so I'm going to kind of read this and kind of talk about generally. Localism is kind of an idea that everything that's local is small and is good. You know, we produce our food right here, we bring it right here, that kind of a thing. For many people today, localism as a word is kind of like a counterpoint to globalism, where everything is all global, everything is big and bad and mass produced, everything is mass marketed, everything is mass everything. The counter to that, I think, is anything that is locally sourced, like produce, local food, and particularly slow food, that kind of a thing, and local crafts undo the sameness that the globalization is. Like if you go to Walmart, you find all these same products, you go anywhere, it's the same kind of a thing. And that kind of relentlessly is imposed on everyone. And a localism to me, kind of as a real estate person, is kind of a loss of the place or the space that we have that's local and unique to ourselves. You know, and if you go to a local farmer's market, which my wife goes to, there's local people there. They're bringing that stuff. They're bringing their food. You know, you get a little historical part of that. You possibly get some relationships going with the people, the local providers. And you think that you're connecting and you're forming some of those relationships, and you're getting a value there that's not given when you're in that mass global kind of environment. So everybody's so anti-Walmart or that kind of a thing. Ironically, Walmart is the #1 greenest company on the planet, basically. Their buildings are unbelievable. They try really hard. I don't want to get off on a tangent there. But most of the spaces are environments that we walk in that we're transient anyway. If you go out to some of these big box places, which no one likes, you're more likely to find the people that you see, that you know, your relatives, and you network with anyway. And these places are not a place that you would see as disconnected places. They're ironically places that you are connecting more with your community than you would be in a local kind of environment. And I think localism isn't kind of a return to what that place is. Localism is kind of a simulation of local. You go to that local farmer's market, it's the same kind of environment that you're getting created out there. Of course, that's my phone. Turn that thing off. And I think that you kind of have that environment where you think that you're becoming, you're more connected to your community because it's a localized thing. You're becoming more of the environment, be it arts or crafts or that kind of a thing. And I think it's somewhat of the opposite. You know, some of the questions that I kind of brought up. Do we want to embrace this localism kind of a thing because we've lost our identity somewhat to this globalization kind of a thing? Ironically, we're all interconnected because of the internet. You know, we're all interconnected that way. The next question I have is, are we only able to view the world through the computer and those networks and not experience the real world at all? And will localism become the new mass-produced, mass-marketed, mass environment, mass everything? So I just kind of threw out some general ideas about that. I know there's some food co-ops. I know there's some great artistic thing. But I still think we all go to Walmart. I think we still go to Target. And I think from a real estate point of view, we still all get in those little clustered neighborhoods. We still want to have the sameness. I was just out at CP Morgan. I know everybody hates those things. Why do 560 people live in those houses? You know, there's part of that environment. I live in a big historic house. I love it. It's a pain in the ass. So I think there's a different kind of a thing. We all want this uniqueness, but we also separate the others. All right, that's all I got. 3 minutes.